All right, Cancer, your theme of the month, Queen of Swords. All right, Queen is somebody who can see things very clearly. She's very logical. Queen of Swords is somebody who is kind of full of power. And so this definitely goes along with what I was talking about as far as like last month. It was something along the lines of, you know, your ex possibly showing up, but maybe you've already got other things going on. I feel like you're still in that position, Cancer. I feel like you're still not, I don't want to say in a power position, okay, but almost like you have the upper hand, because right now, whatever they put you through, whatever you went through, whatever, you know, and I am going to say put you through, and this is for cross watchers too, and it may be reversed, okay? It can be reversed, but, you know, Cancer, whatever they put you through, you're putting your foot down and saying, nope, this is non-negotiable. Either you show up, like full on show up 100% without the bullshit, without the games, truth, you know, heart on your sleeve. This isn't going to work. I feel like this is a cycle that has gone on and on and on and on. You've been patient. You've been tired. You've been exhausted. Something pushed you over the limit. Either you found out that they were still seeing somebody. Maybe there's another third party situation. They lied about something. It doesn't even have to be that. It could just be lies. It could be little white lies. It could be fighting. It could be arguing. There's something here, Cancer, that the Queen of Swords is saying, no, I put my foot down. I'm putting that sword down and I'm sticking it in that stone and I'm not taking it out until you come back to where I can feel like you're not full of shit, to where I can feel like I can actually trust you, to where I can feel like you're a decent human being. And for some of you, that may be never. Okay. The next card, I think it's more about the closure. You don't have it. Like you've made up in your mind that you won't take them back, but they're still coming around, or you can still sense them sniffing around, or you know that at some point they're going to communicate with you. All right, the next card you have is Justice, okay, which is Libra's card. So you could be dealing with Libra or have Libra placements in your chart. Now, justice is served, okay? It's about morality. It's about doing the right thing. And right now, Cancer, you're in the mindset of you got yourself in this fucking situation, so get yourself out of it. I'm not helping you. I'm not, if you text me, hey, how's it going? I'm not responding to, hey, how's it going? I'm responding to, you know, flowers served up at my work, or I'm responding to, hey, I'm going to stop by your house and leave a hand-felt note. Like, this is you saying, and if you are even willing to give this person a chance, this is you saying, this is your last chance. This is your fighting chance, and you have to fight for this. And if you're not going to fight for it, or you're not going to show me that I'm worth fighting for, then fuck off. I don't need you in my life, period. So I feel like, Cancer, you're in this point of your life where you're good. You know, you're good if it happens. You're good if it doesn't. It's like you're ready to move on if you need to move on. And if you're going to continue something with this person, they need to show up and be there. The interesting thing about Justice, though, too, is sometimes it represents marriage. So maybe this is something, you know, you guys were supposed to get married, or this is something that you guys had decided a long time ago, we're going to move in together, or we're going to do X, Y, Z. And you're kind of like, unless you come in saying, this is what we will do, this is absolutes. Okay. Justice represents an absolute. This isn't a, you know, well, we'll see where it goes. This is no. Show up with a ring. Show up with a, hey, let's move in together. But again, I feel like they're a little bit of kind of your past reading, you know, are they too late for this? Because again, frankly, Cancer, I'm getting this attitude of, you know, I could take it or leave it. However, I thought it was so ironic with the fortune cookie, and I know this may seem strange to you guys, but I literally said, well, let's see what's going on with Cancer as I'm opening this cookie, and it says, you know, the object of your desire comes closer. I feel like there's still, if they haven't communicated, or if they are, they're like slowly swimming in. And some of you are going, oh, they're slowly lurking in. Okay, the next card you have is anything you're feeling coming into the month. Okay, the Five of Pentacles, and that makes sense. This is a feeling of loss. Now, again, this is internal, but the Five of Pentacles is loss. It's kind of a destitution or a poverty type feeling, okay? But this is you understanding that it's okay to feel a sense of loss. It's okay to feel a sense of loneliness or destitution, because that's what we all feel when a breakup happens or when somebody's not in our life with us. But you're not allowing that to overcome now. Before, yes, maybe it was the hard time breathing or hard time sleeping, or, you know, can't turn your brain off that we've all experienced when you go through a breakup. But now with this Queen of Swords, you're just very, you're cemented, you're grounded. You're coming into a part of your life of being more and more grounded. And I'm telling you what, cross watchers or whoever, you know, like, this is a solidified last chance, if there is even a chance, because I don't see Cancer looking back. In fact, I feel like there are options that have come in or maybe coming in that will do the decision making for them. The next card you have is your distant past. So over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout your childhood. You have the 8 of Pentacles. Work, 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 work. Cancer, I feel like this goes throughout a lot of history of your relationships. You're very privy to the understanding that relationships take work. But for once in your freaking life, you want somebody else to do the work for it. I feel like you have pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. You have placated people. You have taken care of other people. You have consoled other people. You have put their needs in front of yours. And the distant past card here is the universe's way of saying, you've put hard work in. And into this situation, you put a lot of hard work, like a hella lot of hard work, okay? And now you need to see that reciprocating. These gears make me feel like I just see them turning back towards you. Like, in order for this to even come to fruition, and for some of you, in order for them to even contact you or get you to reciprocate anything, this is going to have to take work. Like, they're going to have to prove it, because Cancer, I feel like they have not proven it in a long time. They have not. It's been a take, not a give and take, and never a give with this person, at least in the past 6, 8, 10 months, maybe even a year. All right. The next card you have is your immediate past. So over the past 2 weeks, past month or two, and you have the 5 of Swords. So this makes sense as well. This is defeat. It's a Pyrrhic victory. It's dishonor. And I feel like that's the case. I feel like maybe every time you guys have gotten back together or there's been some sort of communication, it's been, hey, we're going to work this out and things will be different. And they're not. And it's like they go and do something else to fuck it up again. Now, I'm not saying, Cancer, that you're innocent in this. Takes 2 to tango. There could be certain things. Maybe you're, insecure because of past indiscretions on their part. Or maybe there's insecurity issues because of, past relationships, whatever. I'm not saying that Cancer's not 100% or that this other person's 100% at fault, right? We can all look back at a relationship and say, I could have handled the situation better. I could have said this better. I could have dealt with this better. I could have not accused. I could have talked about it and stuff. You get what I'm saying. But the 5 of Swords is saying, every time you think we might actually make this happen again, or they might actually stick to what they say they're going to do, or we might actually decide not to fight and get along and just love each other, or whatever it is, the 5 of Swords is a defeat, a Pyrrhic victory. Again, something happened in the past few weeks, past month or two, where it's like you can't get there. And every time you guys think that it's going one direction, it doesn't. It's like, it's feeling that defeat of, we're doing this all over again. We promised each other we wouldn't fight. We promised we wouldn't bring up the past. And it just continues to happen. It's like a vicious cycle. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and you have the 9 of Pentacles. So looking up a lot, because the 9 of Pentacles is a generous energy. This is somebody who is feeling more generous, feeling more giving. Now, is it towards this person? I don't know. We'll see what the rest of the read says. But the 9 of Pentacles is definitely a step in the right direction. It's feeling accomplished. It's feeling successful. There's an abundance here, satisfaction. Is it going to be with this person? Is the abundance coming with this person, or is the abundance coming with somebody else? We'll have to see what's happening, but things are definitely turning the corner. Things are looking up. And I said, I think in the last month's read, and maybe even the month before that the end of this year is going to be a very good year for Cancer, or a very good ending for Cancer. I have a very strong feeling that through the last few months of the year, there's going to be some big changes for Cancer, some ups, okay, an uphill swing. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks, throughout the month of November, and you have the Sun. This Sun is about solutions, okay? So I'm feeling very 50-50. I want to see what the rest of the cards say and the clarifiers, but I'm feeling like, yes, some of you will be able to find the solutions. The Sun is insightful. The fog has lifted. We can come to a conclusion of how we can make this work, how we can rebrand ourselves, how we can come together as a couple. This is faith, hope, feeling that. For some people, it represents Leo as well. But again, the Sun, there's some sort of solution at hand. There's something that you can see the bigger picture. You guys can make it work. For others of you, it's seeing a clarity that kind of the Queen has, where it's like, I have the power to, either better myself and move on, or forgive and forget and try and reconcile. The next card you have is anything tangible that's going to happen throughout the month. Could be the beginning, middle, end, last for a day, a week. You have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is aspiring for something better, aspiring for greatness. It doesn't mean aspiring for something better without this person, so cross-watchers don't freak out. It's just aspiring for a better life in general. But I think Cancer, like I said, is on this uphill with the 9 Pentacles, on this uphill swing of doing better, wanting more, taking care of yourself more, family more, loving more, caring more, nurturing more, and nurturing yourself more. The Page of Pentacles, though, is also very practical, very responsible. So it's kind of like you're not willing to muck up your flow, okay? If this person comes in and you can sense that they're bringing a greater good, that they're bringing something positive into your life, great. If you can sense that they're coming in and you're, ooh, like they text you, you know, you've had those people in your life that they text you and you're like, I don't even want to look at that text because, oh, my stomach's on fire. Like, I don't know, that text could be good or bad. You don't want that shit. But if it's going to be good, and it's going to be something you're going to have to work on, because the Page of Pentacles knows that it takes hard work, similar to the 8 of Pentacles. And you've always put hard work into this person or into, you know, people in general. But the Page of Pentacles is saying, it's like he's examining the coin going, should I or shouldn't I? What, is there any aspiration left in this situation? If there is, can we make this work? If there's not, then I need to be practical and realistic about it and decide, hey, you know, unfortunately, this just isn't going to work. The next card you have is your hope. Sorry, anything you're feeling throughout the month. Could be the beginning, middle, end. Again, last for a day, a week. You have the 7 of Swords. Well, this makes sense. There was either some sort of past deception, a lot of fighting. This 7 of Swords is always and I've been using this analogy a lot lately because it seems to match a lot of people's situations, you know, sometimes including my own, where it's kind of, the 7 of Swords reminds me of, you know, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Because again, the 7 of Swords is deception. It's some sort of manipulation strategy. So I feel like you just, for whatever reason, still cannot get past thinking that this person might not come around again. Again, a fear of victory, that they might not, that they'll come around again. You know, they're sitting on edge. That's why I thought that fortune cookie made so much sense, because it's like, they're near, you know that, you can feel it, you feel the connection, you know that they're lingering. Like I said, some of you are probably like lurking. But again, the 7 is worry. It's like you'd rather be alone than to deal with any of the BS anymore. So you need some sort of sign. I feel like Cancer, you're going, you know, where's my sign that you are not going to screw me over again? Where's my sign that you're going to put the work into this, that you actually care about that? And I'm telling you what, Cancer, I hate to say it, but you need to hold out for it, because whoever this person is has lost the mojo of putting that time and attention and energy into this the way that they should in order to have a solidified relationship. And frankly, some of the stuff they put you through, you know, you might be asking yourself, or you probably are asking yourself, why would I give this person another chance anyways? The next card you have are your hopes and fears for the outcome. And you have the Knight of Swords, or sorry, the King of Swords. I don't know why. For a minute, I was like, that's the Knight. The King of Swords is very interesting. It's very similar to Justice, okay? The King wants the truth. No games, no BS. So your hope for the outcome is that if they do come back, that's what you get, is you get the no BS side. You get the, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. I was a rotten piece of crap. Now, again, this could be going either way, so cross-watchers don't get all mad at me. But, and they may not be. This is somebody you loved, okay? So I'm not saying they're a piece of crap, but their behavior or how they treated you or certain things they did were crappy. And so you need to hear from them like, hey, I understand what I put you through. I understand how terrible I treated you. I understand that I wasn't there when you needed me. I understand that my behavior, my actions, you know, made you, for some reason they're telling me like made you feel like a fool. Like maybe it was a third party situation. Everybody knew it. And then you finally found out or figured it out. Something along those lines. But again, the King of Swords is about truth. It's about fairness. All you want here is to know, again, very similar to Justice. All you want here is to know, like, justice was served. That they understand. Whether you're willing to take them back or not, I feel like you still need to hear that apology, or that they understand, or that they recognize